Alright, hello hunters. I hope you're doing well. Apologies for the very long absent. Think it was at least a month. But yeah, we're back. Frieren is here. SLAX Frieren has just started earlier, and yeah, this is one of the collab that I did not expect will happen. I was just busy doing dailies, and I think it was last week when they released this the trailer, and I was just shocked. Anyway, good that they're here. uh Frieren is of course a very popular character, so yeah, I'm not really sure how we've got in here rather than progressing with the story, but yeah, it is what it is. So after the K-pop, we got this one, but I actually would have liked this one to be the first collab rather than the K-pop Hunters. No, not K-pop Hunters, K-pop Idols rather. But yeah, here we are. So as I've known, there are three additional hunters. We have, oops, not in here. We have Frieren, Stark, and Fern. Where was it? Codex. Here. And then Hunters. So yeah, the three of them is now live. And let's try to pull for Frieren. Wait, I'm actually not sure if both Fern and Stark is available. But yeah, we'll see. Since Frieren is the only one on the banner. Okay. Anyway, we'll know it here on the training, I think. If they're here, they're available. Nice. So why are they not in here? Oh, does that mean they'll be available next week? Not so sure. Anyway, we have Frieren in here. Let's try to do her tutorial on the training strategy, of course. Damn, looks like pretty similar with the anime. And Frieren is a hunter who protects allies with defense magic, and her basic skill 2 hits, it weakens the target. So I guess Frieren is a support based on that, but on her ultimate, she unleashes a hidden power. So yeah, just a nuke. Alright. Wow. Her animation is very smooth. Okay, let's try skill 1. I'm not familiar with that skill. I can't remember it being used on the anime, but whatever. Okay, I knew this one. Zoltarak Blast. Okay, yeah, of course. Okay, the final latest season. Ultimate. Nice. Okay, nice. I'm not sure if Frieren is a support. I think she's an all-rounder. But yeah, we'll see on her basic skill description in a while after this one. I Yeah, the ultimate looks very nice. As I have like seen on those two, I don't think they just rendered whatever is on the anime. These are like new assets, specifically just for the game. All right, so we also have Fern and Stark, which we'll talk on a different one to not lengthen this video. Okay, hold on. I still haven't pulled for Frieren, so let's check her out on the codex. So it is Frieren staff. Okay, it increases the user's defense and ultimate skill damage of the entire team. 30. Okay, 15. Nice. Okay, I think I need to pull for Frieren to get the info. The game suggestions, but for now, let's focus on where. There should be something. Yeah, it's this one. Was it? Okay, so she is a water mage. Okay, so yeah, let's just go one by one on her skills. So first, the basic, the core attack. Alright, nothing special. Skill 1. How do you pronounce that? Judred Dime? Whatever. And yeah, just damage. How about skill 2? Yep, another damage. Okay, this is her support skill, or at least there is a shield. And a decreased damage taken. Okay, so a defensive one. A typical Frieren. Then another skill damage. Dang, that ultimate looks very nice. Wow, her A0 is very strong just by looking on the description wise. So at A0, you got the mana power control. It increases the user's defense by 20%. And when the user has 50% or more of their mana, it increases for another 20% of defense. So that's basically 40% at the start of the battle. And you also have a skill mana consumption decrease by 20%. And it's unlimited. So you just have to supply Frieren with mana and she'll have this buff in full uptime. And for this one, we'll talk about it at last. The next is the defense magic, which grants a shield equal to 20% of Frieren's defense and additional damage decrease by 5% for 30 seconds. So these two already, mana power control and defense magic, is a very good offense and defense stats for your team and especially Frieren. And the last passive on her A0 is when Frieren uses her ult. It's this one, the basic magic attack, Zoltrak ultimate. She gains this passive, the mana power liberation, in which it grants defense magic, increases critical hit rate by 100%, but removes the mana power control. And if I understand this one correctly, it also has a duration of infinite. So basically you'll have the mana power liberation after using your ultimate, and you can only remove this by swapping. as mana power control and defense magic is activated when Frieren enters the stage. So if my hypothesis is right, you can just check it with the other creators who are testing it. So after you get this buff, you just have to switch to remove this debuff or this buff and get the mana power control again. But it would be on your side which buff you would like. So, mana power liberation is nice as well because of the defense magic and increased crit hit rate. But the mana power control has at least minimum of 20% defense increase and mana reduction. So yeah, pick whichever you prefer. Now moving on to her A1. This is a huge update or upgrade on her A0. So when her ultimate hits, it will remove the target's shield entirely. And also when Frieren's defense magic is activated, this one, it will buff your skill 1 and skill 2. So skill 1, if it hits, it will paralyze the target. Skill 2, it will provide a buff to Frieren. Or rather, it will add a debuff to the enemy's hit. So it will decrease their defense, increase the critical hit damage taken for 20 seconds. So if you're on a budget, I believe A1 will be a great stopping point for this. And I have forgot to mention, Frieren is also now a healer on A1 because after you activated the defense magic, you will also recover 20% of Frieren's defense as HP. Then on skill 2, a global attack, defense, and HP increase. Nothing fancy on that one. Then A3 is an increase on your A0 passive. So, for example, in mana power control, it has double buff now. So it increases the defense by 40%, another 40 if you have 50% MP, and 30% mana reduction. Then for the shield, increased duration and stats as well. For the A4, it's a huge critical hit damage increase for the entire team, so which is nice. Because if it is just for Frieren, A4 will be really, really weak. But yeah, it's a good thing. It's overall, so I'm hoping this will also stack on Sangjino if Frieren is one of the supporter, but I'm not sure about that part. Then on A5, the skill 2 effects are enhanced. So using your skill 2 now restores 80% of the user's power gauge. So more ultimate for Frieren in that sense. Then also the debuff has also been increased by, I think, times 2. 5, 5, 5. No, 5, 10, and 10. So yeah, a huge increase on the debuff given by skill 2. But the duration is the same. Okay, so now into my verdict. Based on it, I don't think Frieren is that much to rush on A5. Her A5 is kinda weak compared to the recent hunters that has been released. Like let's say I haven't been really playing that much, but I'll bet that it was Tawata Kanai's A5, which is very OP. You see, there's like a lot of buff on it. Like it was Instinct and Sixth Sense, right? So 5, 1.5, 77. Oh, am I right? Yeah, for example, it's plus 77%, just one skill. Then here is 1%. And here it got what? 1.5. Then another 5% attack. Like, yeah. I'm not trying to hate on it, but yeah, it was just a comparison that you don't need to actually max Frieren until A5 rather than, other hunters. So A0, no, A1 rather is a good stopping point, or A3, or rather A4 if you want to make Frieren like a supportive type of hunter. Anyway, I appreciate you watching until this part of the video. And yeah, before we end this, make sure to leave a like and sub. And if you haven't supported anyone yet on the Partner Creator Plus program, yeah, consider supporting me. I usually give out codes as soon as possible, so you're confident that you'll get codes as long as there is a new mission available. So for now, we have two, which this is one that I'm currently doing. Then I'll also create a new one for Voltaire, maybe tomorrow. And if you like to talk about SLA or any games in general, feel free to join our Discord. We have kind of a lot now, and it's very lively compared to what we have like a year ago, which is all thanks to our boy here, Sekiro. So yeah, I'll leave a link in the description if you'd like to join it. And yeah, tag this guy. He'll surely entertain you. And if you need a guild, we also have a guild. Where do I find it again? Ah, yeah, here. I think we have a few slots. Now, yeah, we still have 10, so it's free to join. I don't put any restriction. So, yeah, feel free to hop in. And if there's no vacancy, so yeah, just let us know in the Discord. So maybe you can remove hunters that have not been online for a while. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. This update is very nice, especially the new one in the center. They've also fixed email. Actually, they've removed the roots, which is very nice, and it has a raining flowers, which is majestic, in my opinion. All right, that's it. Before we end, let's pull another. Ah, yeah, there's none. Wait, what? Okay, so what? Nice. So this should be Frieren automatically because I've lost my PT last time.
魔法使いのフリーレンだよ。
Nice. Let's go. Dang. Alright. I did not expect that to get in. I think it was 20 PT, right? Okay, nice way to end this video. Thank you so much for watching, Hunters, and yeah, I'll see you on the next creator mission.